Hello everybody. It's time to make another program, and this time we are going to be given a block of text, and we need to figure out how many of blank length words are there. So how many words of length 5 are there? How many words of length 3 are there? And so on. And then how many words of length 10 or greater? Yeah. And then the total number of words. A fairly simple program once you get down to it, but it might be a little difficult at first to figure out what exactly you need to do. We're using the Gettysburg.txt that was provided with the assignment. You'll notice it has 5 lines in it. 2 of the lines are just nothing. And then one, I don't know if he accidentally included this space in front, but whatever, I won't judge. You're going to need this file, and I'm going to include it in the download in case you're lazy. Oh, just maybe it's easier for you. You're going to want to have the Gettysburg.txt in the same folder as your Python program. Otherwise, it's just going to make it harder for yourself. Because with this, we can just say run Gettysburg.txt or open Gettysburg.txt. Professor was nice enough to give us some hints about what to do. I'm going to go ahead and copy his code. Just going to pop that up here. Boop. I'm going to change it just a little bit. It's how I like it. I use file for my variable, and I like to do lines. Since that's technically what we're doing, is we're opening a bunch of lines and storing them to this value. I think we should be able to print this. Let me just check real quick. Print lines, and then we're gonna run it. Run. Yay. What? Yeah, do that. Just gonna copy the file name. Did it not? Oh yeah, input the file name. Gettysburg.txt. I'm just gonna freaking copy that, because I know I'm gonna run that multiple times. Oh. Well, I'm a big liar. It's this, I don't know what this is. This is like a pointer to something. I guess it's pointing to the file. Either way, if we do for loop here, it's going to look through every single line in this. So I guess we could do a print here of line. Don't be confused with my line in lines. Lines is a list of all the lines. Well, a singular line. And there we go. So I guess the professor is right. There's a /n at the end of each one of these. So that's why it's so many lines. Because it slashed in on this one, and then went down a line, and then slashed in on that blank one, and then went down a line. So anyways. So the first thing we're going to want to do is create some kind of counter. And first of all, let's think about how many we need. Obviously we need 10 because we're doing words of length 10 is the max one, and then so 11 and 12. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to do counter equals, and we can do 0 times 12, which is essentially the same counter equals 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 all the way to 12. And I'm going to go ahead and label them. Do a little So I'm going to say, let's see, index for counter. So I'm going to do 0 through 9 being the counters for 1 through 10. I'm a little weird like that. I like being the first numbers being the ones that are the ones that are being like for looped in, or I don't know how to say that. You might choose 1 through 10 to be this, and you could replace the 0 with one of the next things I'm going to put. I'm going to 10 is going to be for counts over 10, and then 11 will be for total number of words. So now that we have that out of the way, for line, so this is all the lines, but we need to get the words. Oh my goodness. So in order to get, or first of all, the professor wants us to use this line equals line.rstrip. I mean, this should essentially get rid of the /n at the end. Let me just show you real quick. So now it looks exactly like it does in the document. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a words variable, and if we say line.strip, that basically gets rid of all the white spaces, and it changes it to individual, like it basically creates an array out of the whole thing. So if I did print words, oh my bad, not strip, it's split. So if we print words now we can see it's an individual, like an array. So we can for loop that. We could say for word in words. Words being the array of words, and word singular being one of the words. And so now we can go through each individual word in this words array. If you don't like my similarity in variable titles, I can completely understand. Don't do it, but it just makes sense to me. I like it. Kind of makes me laugh a little bit. So if you look at this, it looks pretty nice. The only thing I can complain about is that there, if you notice, and might notice in a few of them, we have stuff like periods and commas. I don't know if I can find a comma right off the bat, but I think there's a comma in there somewhere. Yeah, here's one. So we want to get rid of those because we don't want those to be part of our word length. So we're going to do word equals word.strip, because strip will remove stuff from the outer edges of the word. Just to show you real quick. We can print word real quick. And yeah, so you can see it's going to go through every single word that's in our thingy jig. One thing you might have noticed is that it doesn't include those like blanks, the little paragraphs here that have nothing in them. It's just kind of convenient that it works that way. Anyways, so doing this, we should indicate that we want periods gone, and we're going to do commas here, because we want periods and commas gone. I don't think this document has anything else, just looking at it. Yeah, so for the purposes of this program, this is going to be fine. In the future, maybe if this was used for other programs, maybe semicolons, colons, and apostrophes, quotes, things like that. But for now, this is fine. So if I print word again, should get a good, oh goodness, gettysbug.text. Should get a good list, and you'll see there's no periods or any commas anymore. The professor did say to let these double dash things count as words, so whatever. I just realized also at this point we can also say counter 11 plus equals 1, simply because, well, we're going through every single word, so we might as well be counting them. We could print, let's print counter 11. Just for my convenience, I'm gonna write gettysburg.text up here, just so I can copy it each time. Okay, 278 words, and if we look at his thing, boom, 278 words right there. So we're already on track for that. I'm just gonna leave that down there. So now that we have the words the way we want them, we want the word length. So we're going to do length of word. So there we go. Word length now has the length of the word in it. So now it's either going to go in two categories. It's going to go through this 1 through 10 set, or it's going to go into the greater than 10 set. So if word length is greater than 10, well, then counter 10, which we say is the one where it counts for greater than 10, plus equals 1. And there we go. So now any word that's 11, 12, 13, 14, or whatever length long, it should go in counter 10. Else, it's going to go in counter word length minus 1. So if it's 5 letters, it's going to go in 5 minus 1, since we're starting at 0. So if you started at 1, you don't need this minus 1, but I started at 0. So 1 through 10 is 1 more than 1 through 9. 1 through 9 is 1 less than 1 through 10. And so now I think we're pretty much done. Let me print all the counters so you can see. Let's do for I in range 0 to 10, 0 to 10, do print counter I, and then we're going to print counter 10. Easy enough. Get debug.text. There we go. These numbers should line up perfectly with this. And so now it's all a matter of, instead of saying print, we'll say, or instead of just listing them, we'll put like word of length. You know, so and so. And then I use a string to put them together. String just changes whatever it is to a string, and then the plus will add them together. And I'll leave it up to you about how to go from there. I mean, you don't have to use this combination kind of form. You could use the like percent sign. Anyways, I hope this helped. Should be able to get it from here though. You just need to add your words. You know, make it look like this. Should be good to go. If you need the actual prints for those, I have those here. Just pause the video.